Yeah, let's get started on the seed here. Hopefully it's going to be a kind one. Gotta remember how to start the timer and everything, because it's been so long since I've been doing this regularly. I actually don't mind an early heart there. Early hearts are fine. I usually end up with not having much health on these seeds. So if you can find like a couple extra hearts or some armor, that's always a really big... That's always very nice to have. Bonk. Alright, first of many gloves. Actually, while I'm over here, why not... That didn't work. Got the glove, why not just go down here and check the back of escape here quick. That's 3 more quick checks. We can save and quit back to Sanctuary then. A mirror. And a hammer. Very good items. Definitely can use both of those. Alright, so Eastern is a crystal, but Desert and Hera... I mean, Eastern is a pendant, but Desert and Hera are crystals. Much better than the last seed I had, where all 3 pendants were in the light world. That's something you just never want to see. Actually, I wonder if it'd be easier or quicker to skip going through here. Like, is it really worth going up and getting these 2 checks instead of going straight to Kakariko? Yes, Lorelei, I know. Another heart. We will take that. Ooh, and it was the... Oh, no, it wasn't the Sank heart. Another heart. Wow, okay, I'm really glad I did this. Here I was sitting there talking about how maybe I shouldn't be doing this, and I found 2 hearts here. Just gonna add bombs here because we can get, with the starting boots, we can get all sorts of bombs. And we really only need 3 from here. Oh wait, I don't even need those. I got them from the tree pull. Yes, Lorelei's very excited. So you're very happy to have me down here right now. I've been upstairs a lot more than normal this weekend, and you don't like to go upstairs, do you? Bombos. Another heart. Magic powder. And a moon pearl. Fire rod, alright. Getting a lot of good items here. Still can't get into Desert. Would have to sequence break to get up into Hera. But I don't want to do that without a lamp. Our first shield. Another fire rod, that does not help. But the ice rod, that could be useful. Bombos, another heart. That is a lot of health. That's a good thing, I like that. The Cane of Samaria, there we go with the best item in the game. Like, this is another one of those slightly longer checks that, do I really need to do this? Not in this case, definitely not. Did not need to do the chicken house. Nothing of value there. Quake, okay. 2 of our 3 medallions down, that's good. If I had Burner or something, I might go and check out, go to the Dark World and hit Thieves, but... no sword or anything like that. That does not sound like a very exciting trip. But Quarter Magic... we do like that. I wonder if you can hit blind with the, with like a fire rod or something like that. I know Samaria will work. A flute, okay. Still no hook shot though. I'd really like to have the hook shot before going up the mountain. Let's go check out the shovel. Oh wait, Magic Bat was available. Probably should not have skipped Magic Bat. Oh well. We'll come back to that if we need to. A lamp. Very nice. Do like lamp. Well, we love lamp. Alright, mirror. Go do this and mini Moldorm. Our bow, there we go. Very nice to see the bow there. Another heart, I will take that. I do like seeing the extra heart. Wait a minute, we gotta go this way. Still no swords, though. That's a little bit concerning. Actually, no hook shot either for easy mini Moldorm kills. Ooh, arrows. Thank you. Seriously? I need that little bit of magic back. There's our hook shot. And our mitts. And ether and a second bottle. Still no swords, though. Maybe we'll get one from Gary. So let's see, what are we still missing? Flippers and 2 swords, that's really all we need. Well, yeah, flippers and 2 swords. Well, there's one sword. Thank you, Gary. What the? There we go. Have to get hook speed. Another moon pearl. We don't need that. That's really out of the way to get one. Actually, no, that's not too bad. We can come out, do what's it called? Come up through Hype Cave. Not Hype Cave, Paradox Cave. 7 checks in there. And then we can go straight into Hera. Get out of the way. Stop touching me. I hate dead rocks. Wait, I have the mirror. Why am I going in this way? Oh well. Where'd I get more bombs? Ooh, 10 max bombs. That's nice. Okay, just a glove, fire rod. Okay, another sword. There we go. 2 swords on the mountain. And an extra heart. That's actually not too bad. Ooh, blue mail. I really want that. That's not in a great spot, but I want that blue mail. And one more sword would make Turtle Rock a lot nicer. And naturally, it is going to be another one of our crystals. But it's open, I can come back. So we'll get Super Bunny, Hookshot Cave, grab the blue mail, go do Hera, then come back and get Turtle Rock. Hopefully gets another sword before then. Wait a minute. So I'd really like to have a 3rd sword before doing Trinex. That's just a hammer. We need flippers, swords, and silvers would be nice too. Flippers, swords, and more arrows. There we go. Well, now maybe I just go back and do Turtle Rock first. And after Turtle Rock, then we can go ahead and do Hera. Because now 3 swords, I'm not worried about trying X with 3 swords. And we can get the worst dungeon out of the way here. Well, this and Mire. Unfortunately, Ice Palace would be a quick one, is very quick in this mode. Right, Burna, that makes... Burna will make... what's it called? Blind really easy. Got it. Alright, so we got one small. And the big key already, that's always nice. Hey, Helena. Oh crap. I actually want to grab those arrows. I hate this room. Go. Alright, 2 keys. Whoops. Whoops. Let's see. This is just such a long dungeon. Thank you. Now we gotta deal with 2 less of and I still get hit, but still get hit twice. There we go. Might as well refill the health. I stole that key, so we need 1 more key out of here now. And ideally, then we can skip Laser Bridge. Alright, oops. We need to do this. Alright, there's our key. I think that lets us skip Laser Bridge now. Which is great. I hate Laser Bridge. I mean, it could potentially be fine. I still need those flippers. But I mean, odds are they'll show up somewhere. There's always a dungeon item on, there's always an item on bosses. So hopefully the flippers will show up somewhere along the way, or along with 1 more sword and some arrows. Another thing of arrows would be nice. 2. Even when you're basically go-moding this place, it takes forever. Gotta be careful, don't want to take a bad death here. Even with blue mail, Trinex will hit like a truck. There we go. Crystal number 1. Now hopefully we can just go mode everything from here. See, we're not going to worry about Spike Cave or anything like that. What was on top of the island here? Oh, it wasn't anything worth it. I marked it off, so... Nope, we are skipping the basement, no matter what. And the big key is in the basement, so we're gonna have to miss whatever's in the big chest, but... Assuming I can do Harapot. There we go. Easy. That'll actually work fine. Okay, so there's definitely an item in that big chest. But I'm not too worried about not getting it. That's Mold Arm. That's crap. Let's do a very quick check of... What's it called? That's not the right item. Oh, hey James, welcome in. Hope your night's going well. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Friday the 13th is the one game that I know, like, really, really inside and out. I've been playing it for, God, since I was 7 years old, and I didn't actually learn it there's that go mode. I didn't actually learn it that really well until a couple years ago when I wanted to start doing low percent. Third bottle. It's one of those, even as a kid when I didn't know how it worked, I didn't know Friday the 13th was movies or anything. I just thought it was a game. And I don't know, there's something about the concept of even though it was 8-bit, something about that being at a camp with some guy in purple and teal trying to kill everybody, that just spoke to me. Well, hopefully with the YouTube stuff, you'll be able to get your way through it. That's kind of my ultimate goal there, is to build a series of tutorials where once, like, you get the hang of that stuff, anyone, even if they've never even played it before, could still pick up the game and get through it. So hopefully those will help eventually. God, my mom let me watch, I think I was 9 when she let me watch the first one. And I really liked the original as a kid, but I didn't care for the second one. I should actually grab that bomb. I started watching 2, I'm like, this isn't any fun. And then now 2 is actually arguably 2 and 6 are probably my favorites overall. Ginny is definitely one of my favorite final girls. Can't go wrong with Ginny. I also really like Chris. Alright, so... there we go. Yeah, 2 and 6. I'm one of the rare people that also likes Jason X. Like, to me, Jason X, I know it's not objectively a good movie, but I thought they did a really good job with the humor, the cast was great, the kills were outstanding. Actually, we'll grab that extra heart. Come on, there we go. Berna and a map. Yeah, what were your favorite of the movies? Compass. All the useless stuff. I think most people would probably agree that it should have ended with 7. Jason Takes Manhattan had its moment. To me, at least, personally, Jason Goes to Hell is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. I just can't stand it. I like the remake. I really liked Freddy vs. Jason, but as long as they had Freddy and Jason together on screen, I think I would have liked it just because it's Freddy and Jason. Hey Kyoto, welcome in. Hope your night's going well. So far this seed it's actually not going too bad. I'm technically in go mode, just no silver arrows and no butter sword yet. Yeah, it's hard to argue against any of those 5. Let's see. Yeah, I think my big issue with 5 is I just even if Jason was in it and not Roy, I don't know how I would have felt about 5. Hey Cheese, welcome in. Hope your night's going well. Death to Laura. And more flippers, that's just what we need. Doing pretty good. My oldest had a sleepover last night, and I'm running on approximately no sleep. So I'm like, hopefully we get a nice quick jet seed, which is how I designed this mode. They should always be jet seeds, but sometimes they're not. Yeah, watching Tina kick Jason's butt was awesome. It's like, remember, like, the look of, well, as much of a look of confusion as Jason can possibly have through a mask. Oh, I feel like, to me at least, I feel like 6 kind of saved the series after how poorly 5 was received. Tom McLaughlin just did such a good job. He's actually got another really good movie called One Dark Night. I believe that was him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, because I want to say, because he wrote, I remember him, like, hearing he wrote parts of 6 in a cemetery, and that happened to be the same cemetery that One Dark Night was based in. And One Dark Night has Meg Tilly, who, if you've seen Psycho 2, she was, I'd probably say she was the female lead in Psycho 2, and she was so good. Sister of Jennifer Tilly, who is in the Child's Play. Psycho 2 was such a good sequel. Why? Don't want to go hunting over here. And my biggest beef with 7 had nothing to do with the... Well, it was the MPAA's fault. There was so much that they edited out of 7. Like, John Buechler, I believe, was the director. And he had basically said they ruined the MPAA ruined his movie. He used, more intense terms, but... Hey, how do you play? Welcome in. Hope your night's going well. Alright, silvers at least. That's a plus. Still missing 1 sword. Basically every scene that had a kill in it, they very heavily edited. He didn't say many specifics, but like, I've seen the uncut releases from Friday the 13th 2 that they had on a box set a couple years ago, and it's so weird what they edited out of those, because it was just like the scenes that they took out, or the portions they cut, were just the little bit of like extra 3 or 4 seconds of someone dying. Like when Officer Winslow got hit in the head with the hammer, they took out him just sliding down the door frame a little bit. They took out Jeff and like Sandra's arm falling after her and Jeff got speared. It was like a lot of the stuff they took out just didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Like, it's not like you're seeing all this blood spray or gore. Yeah, part 7 had a lot more gore from what Buechler had said. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. At least that's what they said in Crystal Lake Memories. I watch Crystal Lake Memories so much. I love that. It's probably the best documentary I've ever seen. Well, there is a really good Nightmare on Elm Street one too, but it also has whoops, we need some Aria for this. Robert Englund and Heather Langenkamp in it, and if you put 2 of those together, I am going to like whatever they're in. Because to me, is like, as much as I like Ginny, there will never be a final girl as good as Nancy Thompson, in my eyes. Yeah, I got Crystal Lake Memories on iTunes, and it's one of those things, like, even though it's 7 hours, I'll usually watch it through a couple times a year. A lot of times it's on the background when I'm at work, but I'll probably glance up and watch certain parts a little more than I should be. But, oh well. Nice. The Friday the 13th cabin theme makes this part really nice. Yeah, it's actually a movie that was based off of the book. Which I need to get the Crystal Lake Memories book. Alright, Viddy. At least give me my 1 item here. Oh, that's fine. And it was the sand cart. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. But yeah, like well, I will eventually go back to speedrunning A Nightmare on Elm Street, but when that happens, I have a signed Freddy glove and a signed Nightmare on Elm Street script from Heather Langenkamp. I mean, I didn't meet her personally. I got those on eBay, and they have the Beckett certification and everything. So they're definitely her signatures and all that. Yeah, for me, it's hard to pick one in like, which Jason do I like the look of the most? As far as who plays the Jason, for me, that'd definitely be Kane Hodder. I mean, I don't think there was anyone that played a bad Jason. Like, I think all the Jasons were good, and it's not like, where you've got some of the guys that were Michael Myers, like, oh, I don't know how much of Halloween 5 I can really blame on Don Shanks. Because Michael just did not feel right in Halloween 5, but that's also Dominique Othen-Gerard, the director, was telling him to walk like wood through water, and the guy had never seen a Halloween movie and just thought he was smarter than everybody else. And he made one of the worst decisions. Even Mustafa Akkad went back and said, I don't think we should have killed Rachel as early as we did in that movie. I mean, I really like Sackhead Jason. Steve Dash was awesome. Well, I feel like it's the parts that he did. Warrington Gillette was... I don't know, I didn't think Warrington Gillette was great, but Steve Dash was awesome. And then when he got his finger almost cut off and went to the ER with the prop machete in his chest. Like the story about how Amy felt so bad for hitting his finger. That's one of the things I like about Amy Steele too. Like, she really embraces the horror fandom. Oh, that was Friday too, when Ginny's putting on the sweater. In that scene, she when she brings the machete down on the pickaxe, initially his hand was to the side, and she ended up hitting his hand with the machete, and he had to go to the ER and get a bunch of stitches. And he had mentioned how she felt so bad about that, and he's like, hey, this is what happens when you're a stuntman. So it's like he wasn't a jerk about it or anything, and he had a really good sense of humor. Actually, it's somewhere over there. I've got a picture that was signed by I bought a picture that was signed by both of them, by Amy and Steve, where Ginny's hiding behind the car and Jason's running in the background. I've also got a bunch of Danielle Harris stuff. One of my favorite scenes in any horror movie is the end of Halloween 4, when Jamie's standing on top of the stairs and she just raises the knife. And I have a picture signed from Danielle Harris of that. A picture of that's signed by Danielle Harris. Part 2 was really good. I don't know what it is. Halloween 4 is probably my favorite horror movie overall, and I don't really know exactly why. There's just something about it that speaks to me. Maybe it's because when I didn't see most of the Halloween movies until a lot later. And my oldest daughter was actually around the age of Jamie Lloyd in that, so I don't know, maybe that's why. Oh yeah, when Donald Pleasance was just amazing, and Sheriff Meeker, both star. They could not have cast a better cop there. Like, Hunt in 2 was really good, but then they had like Brackett in the original, who was like, he didn't really seem to be, well, obviously he didn't necessarily know to take anything seriously, but he didn't really seem to do much until he found out Annie died, and then he was gone. And then Hunt kind of takes over as the lead cop. But they said, like when Earl Ford's like, aliens could appear on his front doorstep, and Meeker would just spit once and grab a shotgun. Oh, yeah, that's one thing, like, to me, Friday the 13th is overall is a much better series than Halloween. I think there's only like 4, maybe 5 Halloween movies I really like, but you can't argue, well, I guess you can, it's personal preference. But to me, at least, the music in Halloween is second to none. John Carpenter made the perfect score. Like, Harry Manfredini was good for Friday the 13th. I'm not saying he wasn't, but it's hard to top Carpenter when it comes to music. Which is one thing why Halloween 2018 was so disappointing. Like, he did the score, but they didn't, like, I don't know why they put certain tracks where they did. Like, I think it's called the Shape Stalks Allison, could have been a much bigger track. Sorry if I'm letting my inner horror movie geek come out here. I have to know a lot about Friday the 13th and Halloween for a hobby of mine. There's a group I'm part of that we run a series of Halloween and Friday the 13th parody accounts on, I still call it Twitter. So I need, we discuss all that stuff. We actually did YouTube streams on, they had a YouTube channel for a while, and we used to do a lot of stuff on there. Yeah, that is exactly it. Just because it's not, like, musically complex doesn't mean it can't be good. And it's just, what he did there, like you said, is very simple. But it's kind of like the Friday the 13th Nintendo game, the cabin theme. It's like, it's soothing, but it's also really creepy at the same time. And I love that. Like, if there's something that can be relaxing to listen to, but also just creepy. I think that, if the cabin theme wasn't as good as it was, I don't know if childhood me would have, like, been so obsessed with Friday the 13th. Like, I still remember like, you'd walk into a cabin, you'd see, before I knew Jason had a set route that he follows, I thought he was just, well, this, even a couple years ago, I thought Jason's route was completely random. So just sitting there, and you see he's in a cabin, and you're like, oh my god, when's he gonna pop up? Where is he? Where is he? And then I'd be like tense and bracing myself every time I switched a room, and then I'd hear the little music sting, and I'd still jump, and it was amazing. I loved it. Really glad I went and did those extra checks for the swords, because the seed can still be finished now. No, why? This is definitely going to be sub-hour, and I love it. Should grab those. Okay, Wallmaster. I've had enough of your crap. Oh, Jaws. I played that at a friend's house when I was, I think, 5. And at that point, I had no idea that sharks could not be, like, they were saltwater. So my parents were like, hey, we're gonna go to this lake that's by the house and go swimming. I don't want to go swimming in the lake. Why? Because of the sharks. And they're like, what? And then they had to explain to me that that wasn't real. I'm like, but I played Jaws over at Lauren's house. And actually, going back to that, why would they let me... Because I was 7 when they rented Friday the 13th for me. So they knew I had that big of a issue with Jaws. So why would they let me play well, Friday the 13th didn't end up scaring me, though. Like, we went camping every summer, and I never had a fear of camping. Even, like, because of Friday the 13th, actually, I think I've still got it in the back room somewhere. My parents got me a glow-in-the-dark hockey mask that was supposed to be Jason. But it wasn't like an officially licensed thing or anything. And I used to wear that around the house all the time. And I'll have to ask my mom about that. Right now, my parents are on a vacation, but when they get, I think they're back in like a week. I'll have to ask if there was any specific reason they let me like watch Friday the 13th when I was 9 and rent the game when I was 7. They never really had any issues with like violent, like they had no issue with me playing Contra or anything like that. Yeah, it's weird, like, this, like, I like the story of, like, I think Saw 2 had a really good storyline, but I do not like the gore porn of Saw or anything like that. I wish I had a cape. Actually, no, this doesn't matter anymore. Now that we got Fast ROM. Yeah, and like for me, I will look away if it's something too gory. I don't like it. But like with my wife is really, she does not like horror movies at all, and it's because she thinks they're like the violence is all like Saw, and I'm like, they don't have that effect in the 80s. Oh hell. And one of her best friends just watched Halloween H2O on the 13th, and she's really big into horror movies, so I'm talking to her and trying to see if she can convince my wife to actually give some horror movie a shot. Wow, this is a sub 50 minute. What a seed. Thanks for the GGs. How do you play? 48 minutes. That is nuts.